new Frostbite engine, which was shit at the time? Yeah, because there was no tools for RPG mechanics at all. They had to build it from the ground up.
These chambers must be ancient. The whole place is falling apart. I'll smash through everything that gets in our way.
You seem to be enjoying yourself, Yufa.
It's dangerous. Fall back. You're looking stronger.
The only way you know it's Morgan is that a voice actor returned. At least they kept that consistent.
I got this.
Well, at least, you know, I hear that the combat is good. Although I've heard like a comment saying that they played it safe. I don't know exactly how. Like there's not enough like variety or choices in it.
Fighting efficiency has been enhanced.
Hey, some treasure.
You do get infinite free respecs though, at least? Alright. But do they play like really differently? Hi, Otter. Ow. You're just using a two-handed Unga Bunga build? But is there like tactical sort of like decisions being made similar to like what you do in Mass Effect? Like for example, if you play it like on harder difficulty, you had to like worry about stripping shields and figuring out like what abilities to use from your other other companions, things of that sort. And what you did, you know, like how you built things would help determine whether things would be easier or not. Down already opened. Refall, baby? Yeah. I mean, it's not a surprise. Especially when they already announced, like, you know, Purdy wasn't playing and Nick Bosa wasn't playing. I mean, it'll be good to sort of know now. That way, one, they can sort of get healthy, and then two, figure out, like, what they need to do in the future. Like, probably, you know, cut Debo. Is it too late to chase for the first draft? It's very late. It's very late. We are far behind the others, like the Raiders and the Giants. I mean, you don't really need the first pick in the draft anyway. For what? To get a quarterback? I mean, like, because I don't know who else what's the draft, what the mock draft is, but there's probably like what Travis Hunter is probably up there, and we don't really need a corner or wide receiver, whichever one he decides to go to, or whatever they want him as. But I mean, people are gonna talk about like an O-line, but they're probably going to go with defense because that defensive tackle is really poor. Also, probably a linebacker besides Fred Warner because we're probably not going to have, what's it called? What is his name? Greenlaw. I think he's a free agent after this season, so we're probably not going to re-sign him. What do we need, more O or D? I don't think it's offense that's really a problem. I think there's good enough pieces in there. The defense is more concerning just because they really can't stop the run, especially like right up the middle. It's not just today where it was a problem. It was also a problem with the Cardinals game, as well, where it's just like they just are able to push around when they really need to, and especially when it gets into the fourth quarter, they're able to get the things that they need. I mean, it'd be nice if we had some nice O-line, but obviously if we could get a tackle, that would be great too, to sort of have some sort of succession plan after Trent Williams retires. Special teams is a matter of coaching, and I would hope that they would get rid of whoever, whatever that guy's name is. It's already been 2 years, and it's even worse than before. I think the defense is like the secondary is good. I don't know how it's going to be once they get rid of Charvarius Ward, because we're probably not going to keep him. But Ronaldo Green is fine in his role. I'm just not sure of just like how it would be playing in, you know, corner number 2, because Lenore is going to be number 1 at that point. We're in for a rocky ride? I don't know if it's that rocky. Like, I mean, looking at the way that the rest of the division is in our division, it's not like anyone's gonna be on a huge ascent. Like, the Seahawks are probably the best team out of the bunch. Cardinals is kind of iffy, and I don't know if they'll really take that sort of next leap that they need to do. So next year could be fine, but in terms of just like making sure that there are a Super Bowl team, it's gonna be a little harder. They got passed again? They didn't get passed. They got shot immediately. You gotta change your settings, because it's already deleted. I can see it being deleted. Even if you have like those BTTV settings where you can still see deleted comments, it's grayed out in a way to tell, so that you know it's actually.
Look! What a beautiful view! Oh, the city looks tiny.
Doubt they'll
from
move.
here.
They're not gonna
Except
move
your
on
house
from
in the
him.
shadows
I don't know why
is
you think it's like a
huge.
quarterback. The only way that would happen is if that they got a new, you know, head coach and they fire Shanahan, which is not happening. There's already enough pieces, or at least pieces that they signed, that they can't really make that many moves already. They already drafted the wide receiver, 2 wide receivers this year in Cowling and Pearsall. We already signed Ayuk to a big extension. Can't do much there. People are coping if they think they'll fire Kyle. I mean, there's a bunch of like ungrateful fans, you know. They've been like that ever since I've known the team. Like when we had Mariucci before, people got tired because he wasn't winning like championships. Then the same thing with Jim Harbaugh. What is this? I don't know what these ones are. Nope. It's probably okay. 10 stars.
Switch.
But it's hard to say in terms of like what they're actually going to address in the draft, because it really depends on like who's available and where they're drafting at. Because you can just say, oh, we need a lineman, but they don't just grow on trees, man. Everybody has lineman issues. The only ones that don't are like probably the Eagles. The Eagles and the Vikings. Maybe we'll get a higher pick than Dallas? I doubt it. And a higher pick doesn't mean anything unless you're like trying to go for a QB or you know exactly who you're gonna get. And we don't really know. Other than the only ones I know are skill position players like Travis Hunter. I don't know who else would be in there. I know there's another one that people talk about with like a cornerback. I forget his name. That's supposed to be better than him in terms of defense, but I'm not sure. But a higher pick doesn't mean that you're gonna like, considering the track record of this current era, who knows if it'll even turn out to be good. It's always a crapshoot anyway. Ow, that hurt. At least the Carolina game was fun. I mean, unfortunately, we just knew how it was going to end, you know? It was the most obvious anticlimactic thing that I've seen. Especially since it's a very similar situation to like what happened with the Niner games, you know? They don't contain on their rush, they don't have any rush discipline, and then, you know, Patrick Mahomes gets a big run. I mean, that happened last week with fucking Geno.
Here I go.
5 minutes, 3 at timeout, it's over, yeah. Especially with the way that the defense have been going as well, you know? Okay, that hurt. I don't know what the chances are this year of making the playoffs, but, you know, I mean, the playoffs is not really just the goal of the team anyway. They've been to multiple playoffs. It might be good to not be able to go to a playoff and get people, like, time to rest for once. Because even if they make the playoffs, it's not really a team that would go very far. They have too many glaring weaknesses. Because of key injuries as well. But it actually is still kind of possible, especially since, you know, the Commanders are shitting the bucket.
Let's go.
And also everybody in our division lost except the Seahawks. But it would still be a lot because taking the loss this week really put down our chances to, like, I forget, 17%, 13%? Forget the number that they said it was going to be. But I don't know if that changed because of the way that, what's it called? That the Commanders lost. Because they were probably one of the favorites to take the wildcard spot. But they are also free-falling. Not going to the playoffs will help us reset the expectation. I mean, yes. I think it was a good reality check for people to understand just like where this team is now. But, you know, there's some people who are delusional and think it's always just like Super Bowl or bust. But considering the age of the roster, it's probably going to be a while again. But hopefully not. You know, I think this draft class is pretty good with what we've had. You know, Ricky is promising. Garendo is as well. But the problem is that we need to find a way to get them. We need to get them playing is the problem. It can't be just be like running Christian McCaffrey for 3 yards. Until he decides to fumble the ball.
My time to shine. That all you got? Switch.
And it might be good just to at least, you know, gain some better thinking of just like, oh, what can we really do better? Like, you know, finding a way to get people more involved in the running game as well. I think Jordan Mason had one good run, and then we never really saw him again get the ball. Maybe we can also start including some of our faster receivers who can actually beat man coverage.
I got this. Leave it to me.
And not rely on, you know, like people like Debo that don't have the same athletic ability as before and don't run good routes either. And apparently don't have good hands either anymore either. Where's Ido? I need to congratulate him for winning and ruining their draft position. Idle's recovering after surviving Andrew's attack. There was no attacks on him. Did Birdie take the blame instead of pulling Aaron Rodgers again? I didn't really see it. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, he didn't even play, so there was nothing to blame him on, especially considering that the offense took a big fat, you know, L today. They barely moved the ball outside of that one drive that... We had Brandon Allen playing, bro. Oh, you didn't even watch the game, I guess. You saw the score, I see.
I think there's something here.
No, he didn't play. It's not a guarantee he'll play in the next game either for Buffalo. Even though the MRI came back okay, is what they said. They didn't really say negative or whatever, but they said okay. You went to look for a new car? Oh, that's nice. Well, depends on how bad the prices are these days for cars. At least it's not like pandemic, but I don't know if it's really a buyer's market.
Something's there. Something's there.
Hey, wait, there were... Okay.
Something's there. A treasure chest.
The mini SUV is on its way. So your mom wanted to trade it in for an EV. You mean it's on its way out? Right? Not like it's on its way, like it's being delivered. I need to heal. You don't want to say it's on its way out? Then why are you saying it's on its way? On its way where? It's not on the way to your house, because apparently you already have it.
I got this.
It's on its way to the buyer. Oh, you're selling the car? Is it already sold?
Leave it to me.
Or not yet, right? Because I would think you would still need it until you decide what car you want. Oh, I think I want to not be here. You're trying to trade it in. Got it. I used to get stuff in the mail for like, hey, we'll buy your car. They really wanted my Toyota Corolla. But I haven't had those in a while. It was mostly during the pandemic.
There's something different about this area.
She's basically dead set getting on a Tesla Model Y? Why? Why do you want a Tesla at this point?
Here I go.
I got this. Let's go. Something's there.
I guess at least she didn't want like a Cybertruck, but still.
Is this a dead end?
Look up.
She's driving bad nowadays? Okay. But what does that have to do with like her wanting a Tesla? Oh, she wanted like the auto driving is what she wants. Hey, oh, hey, hey. Because everyone around her have a Tesla? Oh my god. This is the dumbest fucking thing I've heard.
Whoa, a treasure chest! Fly!
And the Ioniq 5 is expensive. I see. But if you buy a Tesla, isn't it one of those things where you can't even... You can't get it like repaired by anybody else except like an authorized Tesla. Or even... I forget what other BS you have to put up with on that thing as well. There's like a lot of restrictions that are really weird. Nothing here. Alright, well, I explored it. They're like, a Tesla's good, but you're like paying 40k that looks like a 20k car interior? Yeah. On top of that, you know, really don't know anything about the QC of those things anymore. This is the interior of the prison, yes. It would appear the passage led here altogether. On top of that, I mean, I would also worry about like getting your catalytic converters like getting stolen, because that's still a thing. But if that's the case, who's keeping it here and for what? Nothing good if I had to guess. Please don't addle. I'm nervous enough as it is. Let us proceed. The answers we seek are likely dwelling within. Uh-oh. That woman. Preposterous. Could this be what he testified about during the interrogation? But they're hiding something. But what? I'll just have to find out for myself. We've seen that lady in town before. What was it she was observing?